Hi everyone, in this video I am going to solve O-Level Mathematics D Paper 2 in a session October-November 2024 Paper 2-1. So let's start with the first question. So paper 2 is a calculator question, so you're allowed to use the calculator in this paper. Let's start with number 1. Basma owns a toy shop. Part A. The sign shows the opening hours for the shop. Saturday till Wednesday, 10:30 to 18, and Thursday and Friday is 10 to 19:30. Work out the length of time the shop is open in 1 week. All right. Okay, so Saturday. Over here, how many days we have? We have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And here Thursday and Friday, 2 days. All right. Okay. So 10:30 till 18. So 18 hours 0 minutes minus 10:30. This opens 7 hours and 30 minutes. All right. And the rest of the 2 days is 19:30 minus 10. This open 9 hours and 30 minutes. All right. Now for 5 days, okay, this is for 2 days. Times it by 2. So it's just 19 hours. We have to find the hours, right? You have to times this by 2 and you have to times this by 5 days, right? So this is equals to 19 hours. Now for 7 hours and 30 minutes, you have to times this by 5. So, okay, and the other one is 7 hours and 30 minutes times it by 5 days, which is 37 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, the total, we have to find the length, which is 37 hours 30 minutes plus 19 hours. Okay, plus 19 hours, this is 56 hours and 30 minutes. So this is 56 hours and 30 minutes, or we can say 56.5 hours. We have to find the answer in terms of hours, not in minutes, right? Now for part B, Basma employs 5 sale assistant and 2 supervisors. Total are 7 employees. On one particular week, they're talking about week, not the day. The 5 sale assistant each work for 30 hours and 2 supervisors each work for 38 hours for that week. For that week, the total amount Basma pays these 7 employees is this much, right? Basma pays each sale assistant this much per hour. Calculate the amount Basma pays each supervisor per hour, right? Okay, so we have given that he pays each sale assistant. It means one sale assistant this much for 1 hour, right? This is 1 hour salary of one sale assistant, and she hired 5 sale assistants, right? So 5 sales assistants salary for each hour is 5 times 13.45 per hour, right? So 5 times 13.45, this is 67.25 dollars. This is the salary of 5 sale assistant per hour for each hours, right? Now there are 5 sale assistant, right, and they work 30 hours. 5 sale assistant works 30 hours. So this would be 67.25 multiplied by 30. Multiply by 30. So this is 2017.5 is the salary of 5 sale assistant who work 30 hours, right? Okay, moving to the next thing. We have given that for that week she pays a total 7 employees is this much, right? The total 7 employees, 5 sale assistant plus 2 supervisors. The total are 7 and their salary is 3324.70. 33, yes. Okay. So we have the salary for this much. Okay. Now 2 supervisors, what are their salary? 3324.70 minus this salary 2017.5. So 3324.70 subtract answer is this much, $1307.2. All right, now the remaining part is over here. We can say 2 supervisors, their salary is $1,307.2. Now 2 supervisors, they each work 48 hours, right? We have to find, this is the dollar for 38 hours. Yes, this is a salary of 2 supervisors for 38 hours. We have to find the salary of each supervisor per hour, right? Okay, so 38 hours, the salary is 1307.2. What is the salary for 1 hour? 1 hour salary is 1307.2 over 38, right? And divided by 38, this is 34.4. 1 hour salary of 2 supervisors, this would be 34.4. This is for 2 supervisors, right? Okay, so for each supervisor, what we have to do, 34.4, that's $, divided by 2. This thing divided by 2, we have 17.2. So the salary is $17.02 for each supervisor per hour salary, right? So per hour is 17.2. Now for part C, the exchange rate between the dollars and the pounds is this much. Bisma buys 50 identical games for a total cost of this much pounds. She makes a profit of 39% when she sells each game. Calculate the selling price of one game in dollars. Give your answer correct to the nearest cents. Okay. So first convert the exchange rate. We have given $1 is this much. What is 1 pound? 1 pound in terms of dollars is 1 over 0.77. And what is 245 pounds? This is 245 over 0.77, right? So 245 divide 0.77 is this much, all right? In terms of dollars, 318.182 if I round it to 3 decimal place, all right? Okay, so she buys 50 identical games for a total of this much pound, right? And in terms of dollar, the cost of those 50 identical game is this much, right? She makes a profit of 39% when she sell each game. For each game we have to find, this is the cost of 50 games. For one game, what is the cost? In dollars, 318.182. It is going to divide it by 50. Divided by 50 is 63, 6.36363. Okay, 6.36363. 6 and so on. Okay, so this is a cost of one game in terms of dollars. She makes a profit of 39% when she sell each game. Calculate the selling price of one game in dollar. Okay, so the selling price of each game in dollar. So selling price, she makes a profit of 39% when she sell each game. This is a price of each game. So makes a profit of 39%. So 39% of 6.36 plus this price 6.36, that would be the selling price, because in selling price you have to add the profit of 39%. So 39% of this price and add that profit into the price of the selling price. Okay, so 39% of 6.3636, okay, and add into 6.3636. This would be 8.84. I'll round it to 5, we can say. Yeah, correct, to the nearest cent we have to find the answer. Now for part D, Besma invests $12,000 in an account paying compound interest at a rate of 1.5% per year. It's a compound interest question, so the formula for the compound interest is A equals to P into 1 plus R to the power D. All right. At the end of 1 year, she invests another $12,000 in the same account. Okay. At the end of 4 years, she takes $20,000 out of the account. Calculate the amount of money remaining in the account at the end of 4 years. Give your answer correct to the nearest cent. Okay. So the amount of money for investment is 12,000. 1 plus interest rate is 1.5% over 100 for 4 years, right? Another investment for 1 more year is the same investment we have to add. So again, 12,000, the interest rate is same, and this is for 3 years, right? So the investment for this investment and for another year the investment is same, the interest rate is same. This is for 4 years, and at the end of 1 year, so I subtract 1 more year, so it becomes 3 years. So this is the amount of money at the end of 4 years, right? This would be the amount of money at the end of 4 years after the 2 investments, right? So that amount is, let me simplify that amount, 1.5%, add 1, its power is 4, times 12,000. 12736.363, up to 3 decimal place, you can see it's become rounded to 3, plus the other one, 1.5%, add 1, exponent is 3, times 12,000. 12548.141. All right, so add this in 12, 736.363. Amount at the end of 4 years becomes $25,284.5035. Okay, now 20,000 is taken out. The remaining amount, we can say the remaining amount after taking 20,000. So from this amount, we have to subtract 20,000. Right. Let's take out 20,000 minus 20,000. This is $5,284, and to the nearest cent is 50. Is this much amount? 5284.50. Question number 2. In a traffic survey, information about vehicles passing a checkpoint is recorded. Part A. 160 vehicles pass the checkpoint in the morning. The table shows the number of people in each of these vehicles. Number of people, the frequency, the pie chart angle. 1, 2, 3, and more. Number 1, complete the table. We have to complete the pie chart angle. All right. Okay. So the total frequency is the total number of vehicles. You can check, it should be 160, 72 plus 48 plus 40. This total is 160, right? Okay. Now we have to find the pie chart angle. So for this we have 40, the frequency, over the total multiplied by the whole circle is 360. 40 over 160 times by 360, it should be 90. For this one the frequency is 48, so 48 over 160 and multiply by 360. 48 over the total times 360 degrees, 108 degrees. And the frequency is 72, so 72 is the frequency divided by the total vehicles multiplied by the pie chart angle is 360. 72 divides 160 and multiply 360. This is 162 degrees. Now for the second part, complete the pie chart to show the results. Okay, 3 and more is 90, 162 and 108. Let me check. 108, okay. 108 is better because this is 90, this is 100. 108 is 2 units before 110. Yeah, 108. This is 108. 108 degrees. This is for 2. And this would be 162 degrees. This is for 1. And this is 90 degrees. All right. Now for part B, the histogram shows the speeds of the vehicles passing the checkpoint in the afternoon. Okay, the speed and the frequency density, that is the histogram. Number 1, Sanjay says the histogram shows that the range of the speeds is 50 km per hour. Explain why he may not be correct. Okay, so he says the range of the speeds is 50 km per hour. The speed is between 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 45, and then 45 to 50, and then 50 to 70 km per hour. So as you can see, this data is not individual, right? This is a group data. So we don't know the speeds. So that is why he may not be correct. Since the data is grouped, it's a group data between 20 km per hour to 30 km per hour is this much, 30 to 40 is this much. So this is a group data. So we do not know the individual speeds. Right. Now for the second part, complete the frequency table. The speed and the frequency we have given. Okay, we have the frequency densities. We know that the frequency density is equals to frequency over the class width. All right, we have to solve for the frequency. Okay, so what are the frequency densities? We have the frequency densities for interval 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 45, 45 to 50, and 50 to 70. Let me write the frequency densities. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2.2, 2.4. This is 2.4. Okay, the first frequency density is 2.4. The other frequency density is 4.2, 4, and 6. 4.6. This frequency density is 8.2468. 8.8. Okay, 45 to 50, the frequency density is this. This is 7, 2, 4 and 6, 7.6. Okay, the last interval is, here we have 1, 1.1, 1.4. This is 1.4. We have the frequency densities now for these intervals. Let me figure out the frequencies as well. Okay. Frequency density is given. So what is the frequency? Frequency would be frequency density multiplied by the class width, right? So here we have the frequency density, but we do not have the class width. Let me find out the class width of these two intervals. 20 and 30 is just 10 is the width. 30, 40, 10 is the width. 40, 45, 5 is the width. 45 to 50 is 5 is the width, and 30 is the width over here. 50, 60 and 70, 30 is the width, right? Now we have the frequency densities, this column, and we have the class width. We can do the product of both to get the frequency. Okay, so 2.4 times by 10, 4.6 times by 10, 8.8 times by 5, 7.6 times by 5, and the last is 1.4 times by 30. Okay, 2.4 times by 10 is 24. 4.6 times by 10 is 46, right? 8.8 times by 5. Okay, 8.8 times by 5 is 44. 7.6 times by 5 is 38. Okay, 1.4 times by 30 is 42. So these are the frequencies. Sorry. This class width is not 30, this class width is 20. The difference between, you can see, sorry, 70 and 50 is just 20, right? So we have a 20 over here. 1.4 times by 20, this is 28. The frequency is 28. Question number 3, part A. Complete the table for this function for x is -2 and for x is equals to 6. Okay. Let me plug this into the equation. 4 plus 2 into -2. Yeah. And minus -2 square divided by 2. It's -2. Let me do for x equals to 6. 6 here and 6 over here. It's again -2. The table is completed. Now for part B, draw the graph of this function for x is between -2 to 6. Okay, -2 to 6. -2, y is -2. Okay, -1, 1.5. -1 at the top. This is 1, 1.2, 4 and 1.5. For 0, it is 4. At 0, it is just 4. 1, 1.5. 1, sorry, 5.5. 5.2, 4 and 5.5. Okay. 2, the value is 6. 2, it is 6. 3 is again 5.5. This is 5, 2, 4 and then 5.5. 4 is again 4. For 4, the value is 4. For 5, the value is 1.5. Here we have 1, 1.2, 1.4 and 1.5 in the middle. At 6, it is -2 downward. Okay. Let me connect all the points to get the curve. That is the sketch. Okay, starting from this point, it should be a parabola. It's a quadratic function, yes. Yeah, that's the shape of the curve. Now for part C, find the equation of line of symmetry of the graph. For this, we have to find the line of symmetry. Okay, you can see the line of symmetry is The line of symmetry is x equals to 2. This is the line of symmetry. You guys can see it makes the both sides symmetrical. This on the left side 1, 2, 3 and 3.5 unit. Right side 1, 2, 3 and 3.5 units. Yes. So the line of symmetry is x is equals to 2. Now for part D, on the grid, draw the line this for -2 to 6. Okay. So for the line, we can say y equals to 1 over 3x plus 6 over 3, which is y equals to 1 over 3x plus 3 times 2 is 6. So the y-intercept is 2 and the slope is 1 by 3. The y-intercept is 2 and the slope is 1 over 3. We know that the slope is rise over run, right? So we can say y-intercept is equals to 2. The slope is 1 by 3. 1 is the rise and 3 is the run. So 1 unit rise and 3 units run. All right. So from point the y-intercept, you have to rise 1 unit and run 3 units. 1 unit, 2 unit and 3 unit. This would be the point. Let me draw this straight line. Okay. Now for part C, write down the x-coordinates of the points of intersection of the graph and the line. Okay, the points of intersections, we just have to write this down. Okay. It might be different according to your sketch. This, and I have this one. Let me check what is that. This is -0.9 and this is 4.2. These are the 2 points of intersections I got. X equals to -0.9 and x is equals to 4.2. Question number 4. We have a universal set x where x is an integer from 1 to 15. Set A, x where x is a multiple of 3. All the multiples of 3 are in set A. So the multiples of 3 are from 1 to 15 are 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 would be 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 5 is 15 because 15 is included in the list. And the factors of 30, what numbers are the factors of 30? The factors of 30 is 1 is a factor of 30, 2 is a factor, 3 is obviously a factor, 5 times 6 is 30, 6 times 5 is 30, 10 times 3 is 30, and 2 times 15 is 30, and a number 30 itself. Yeah, not the 30. Between 1 to 15 we have to find the factors of 30. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10 and 15, right? Now for part A, write down the elements of A. Elements of A we already written. 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15 are the elements of A. Now for part B, complete the Venn diagram. Okay, so the universal set contain the integers from 1 to 15. First find out the intersection of A and B. 3 is the intersection. 3 is common. 6 is common. And 15 is common. So these 3 numbers are the intersection. 3, 6 and 15. Okay, the rest of the elements of A other than 3, 6, 15 are 9 and 12. And for B, 1, 2, 5 and 10, right? What is left? 1, 2, 3, 4 is left. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, it's 12, 13, 14 and 15 is already inside. So 4, 7, 8, 11, 13 and 14. Yeah, the Venn diagram is completed. Now for part C, x belongs to A union B complement. Find the smallest value of x, right? X is any number, right, that belongs to A union B. This is A and this is B, and there is the union of A and B are all the elements that are inside. And their complement means outer elements, right? So we can say A union B complement is basically number 4, number 7, number 8, number 11, number 13, and number 14. All right. Find the smallest value. The smallest value is obviously 4. Now for part D, find the number of elements in A intersection B complement. All right, what is A? A is 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. And what is B complement? The numbers that are outside of B. Okay, this is the B, and B complement are these numbers that are outside. So this is 9, 12, 7, 4, 8, 11, 14, and 13 is left, yes. Or let me arrange the numbers, or we can say B complement is, we have 4, yeah, 4, and then 7, 8, 4, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, and 14. You can see 4, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, and 14. These are the numbers that are outside of B complement. Let's find out their intersection. A intersection B complement. Okay, this and this intersection. All right, 9, 12. Okay, 9 and 12 are the intersection. N means number of elements in the intersection. So there are 2 number of elements. Number of elements in the intersection of A and B complement are 2. Question number 5, part A. We have to solve number 1. Solve for y basically. So y would be equals to 8 times 4. That is equals to 32. Number 2, again we have to solve. So minus 4x and minus 2x is on the left side, and we have 12 and shifting the 3 minus 3. So minus 4 and minus 2 would be minus 6x, and from 12 take away 3 is 9. Dividing both sides by minus 6. So x would be equals to minus 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 2 is 6, minus 3 by 2. Right. Now for part B, we have w in terms of x and y. Find the value of w when x is and y we have given. So w would be equals to 5 into x, 6.2, minus 6 into y, minus 1.8. Okay, 5 times 6.2 is 31, plus, and we have 6 times 1.8 is 10.8. 10.8 plus 31 is 41.8. W is 41.8. Now for the second part, rearrange the formula to make x the subject. Okay, so we have W is equals to 5x minus 6y. So W plus 6y would be equals to 5x. And dividing both sides by 5, you will get x. Right? Which is W plus 6y over 5. Now for part C, we have to factorize this. All right. Let me arrange this. 15y plus 5x minus x square and minus 3xy. Okay, let me take 5 common. 5 times 3 is 15. We have y and plus x. 3y plus x is the factor, right? Okay, the other one we can take 3y. So let's take minus x common. So here we have plus, just one x is left, plus 3y is left. So the two factors are x plus 3y and 5 minus x. Part D, write as a single fraction in its simplest form. Okay, so we can say, first let me solve these two. Okay, so cross multiplication 2 into x plus 3 and minus 4 into x minus 3. Opposite denominators are multiplied, and in the denominator x minus 3 and x plus 3 and plus 1. I will do this in the next step. 2x and 2 times 3 is 6, minus 4x and plus 4 times 3 is 12, over x square minus 9. A plus b or a minus b is a square minus b square, plus 1. This would be 2 and minus 4 is minus 2x, and 6 and 12, this is 18, plus 18, over x square minus 9 plus 1. Now let me cross multiply with this. Minus 2x plus 19, 18, plus 1 is multiplying with x square minus 9 over x square minus 9. So what we have left? We have x square minus 2x, and from 18 take away 9 is plus 9 divided by x square minus 9. This is the answer in simplest form. X square minus 2x plus 9 over x square minus 9, right? Question number 6, part A. We have given the formula for volume of a sphere. The diagram shows a sphere inside a cube. Okay, it's a sphere inside the cube. The sphere touches all 6 faces of a cube. Okay, it touches. Keep in mind, the volume of a cube is this much. The volume of the cube is given. Okay, so the formula for volume of cube, this is equals to side cube. Each side cube is a volume of a cube. This side, this side, this side, this side. Okay, so the volume is 3, 4, 3, and this is, we can say, s cube. Taking the cube root on both sides to get the side. So the cube root of 343 is 7. So side of cube, each side of cube is equals to 7 centimeter. We can say this side is 7 centimeter. All right. Now we have to calculate the volume of a sphere. So volume of a sphere, we have to use the formula which is given to us. Volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi times radius cube. So what is the radius? So you can see each side of a sphere is 7 centimeter, or each side of a cube is 7 centimeter, right? And the sphere touches all 6 faces of the cube. All the 6 faces it touches. So the radius of sphere would be half of its side, 7 by 2, right? So what is 7 by 2? This is 3.5. 3.5 is the radius. It's simple. So use this 4 by 3 pi into 3.5, its whole cube. Okay, 3.5 its cube times pi times 4 by 3. This is 179.59. Okay, 179.6 we can say, or round it to 180 centimeter cube. Yeah. Now for part B, solid A is mathematically similar to solid B. Okay, there are two solids and they are mathematically similar. Keep in mind, the volume of solid A is this much and its height is this much. The volume of solid B is this much. Calculate the height of the solid B. Since they are mathematically similar, so the ratios of their corresponding sides we can take. So we can say the volume of solid A over the volume of solid B, this would be equals to the height of solid A over the height of solid B, its whole cube. The ratios of volume is equals to the ratios of sides, the cube of the ratio of sides. When we are dealing with the areas, it should be the square of the ratios of the sides. This is the concept we are using in similarity when the shapes are mathematically similar. The volumes we have given for solid A is 480, solid B is 1280, 540 and 1280, right? This is 15 and this height we have to calculate and its whole cube. Let me take the cube root on both sides to get rid of this cube. Okay, this is cancelled out, right? So we have the cube root, what is 540 divide 1280, and the cube root of answer is 3 by 4. This is 15 over the height of B. Cross multiply the height of B, this would be equals to 15 divides 3 by 4. Alright, 15 divides 3 by 4 is 20. So this height would be 20 centimeter. Now for part C, we have given the formula the curved surface area of a cone is pi RL. The diagram shows a solid. This is a solid formed by joining a cone to a cylinder. The cone joined with the cylinder makes a solid. The cone and the cylinder each have a radius of 6.3 centimeter. Both have the radius 6.3, right? The slant height of the cone is 8.7 centimeter. We have given the slant height, which we can name it as L. This we name as R. The ratio, height of the cone, okay, this cone, its height, and the height of the cylinder is 2:3. Okay, wait a second. This is the cone. This is the height of the cone. And this would be the height of the cylinder. The bottom one is the height of the cylinder, right? They are in the ratio of 2 and 3. Okay, let me find out the height of the cone, right? So if I can write it over here. Height of cone, you guys can see we can make this a right angle triangle. This line, a right angle, this line, and the hypotenuse. It is a right angle triangle, right? So we can use a Pythagoras theorem over here. We can say hypotenuse square equals to 6.3 square, and let's say the height square. Now 8.7 whole square minus 6.3 whole square, this would be the height square. Simplify. 8.7 square minus 6.3 square is 36, is height square. Taking a square root on both sides, so from here the height is equals to 6 centimeter. The square root of 36 is 6, right? So the height of the cylinder, this height is 6 centimeter, and they are in the ratio of 2 and 3. So what would be the height of the cone? Sorry, the cylinder. So we can say height of cylinder would be, so height of the cone is 6, and we showed that 2 would be equals to 6 centimeter. They are in the ratio of 2. That is why I'm using 2. 2 would be representing in the ratio of 2, representing 6 centimeter. What 1 represent? 6 by 2 centimeter, which is equals to 3 centimeter, right? And what 3 represent? Because this the height of the cylinder is in the ratio of 3. So this would be 3 times 3, 9 centimeter. This would be the height of cylinder. The height of cylinder is 9 centimeter. All right, now the question is calculate the total surface area of the solid. So keep in mind the total surface area of this solid is basically the curved surface area of this cone, which is at the top, the surface area of this circle, the surface area of this circle, and the surface area of the cylinder, the curved surface area of the cylinder, this part, right? Okay, so basically if we are just dealing with the cylinder, the surface area of a cylinder, this will cover the surface areas of the two circles and its curved surface area, and then the left one is just the top curved surface area of the cone. I hope you understand the situation now. So we can say the total surface area, this would be the curved surface area of a cone plus we can say the surface area of cylinder, because surface area of the whole cylinder, it covers the two circles and the curved part as well, and just the top cone curved part is left, right? Okay, the curved surface area of a cone we have given, which is pi r l, and the surface area of a cylinder we have given, which is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Just plug the values. The radius of a cone is 6.3 and the slant height is 8.7, plus 2 pi, the radius of the cylinder is also 6.3 square, plus 2 pi, the radius is 6.3, sorry, and the height is 9. Right, let me solve this and get the answers. Okay, what if I take pi common? Pi, and pi. Okay, 6.3 times 8.7. Okay, pi is common, plus 2 into 6.3 into 6.3, plus 2 into 6.3 times 9, and then now times it by pi, which is 7. Okay, there is a mistake I did in this question. So to find the total surface area of the solid is basically we have to find the curved surface area of the cone, the curved surface area of the cylinder, and the surface area of this circle, because this circle joins the cone and the cylinder, so we are not using its surface area, right? Curved surface area, cone, cylinder, and the circle. So the curved surface area of a cone, you can say the curved surface area of a cylinder plus area of a circle, the bottom circle, right? So the curved surface area of a cone is pi r l. The curved surface area of a cylinder is pi r square h, and we have area of a circle is pi r square, right? So you can say it's not 2, it's just 1, right? Let me simplify. Let me take pi, and pi common. So we have 6.3 times 8.7, right? And plus 6.3 square, and plus 2 times 6.3 times 9, and times it by pi is 653.14 centimeter cube. Yeah, centimeter cube is the total surface area. No, it's not cube, it should be in square, because the areas are in squares, the volumes are in cube. So the main concept of this question is, whenever you have to find the total surface area of any shape, when the two shapes are joined, so this is easy to understand. You have to just find the outer ones that you can see, because this circle joins the cone and the cylinder. That is why we are not including this circle. So the shape look like this, right? So you can see the cone, so the curved surface of the cone, the curved surface of the cylinder, and the bottom circle. These three areas become the total surface area of the solid. I hope this makes sense now. Question number 7. ABCD is a parallelogram with the sides AB, BC, CD, and DA. A is the point, B is the point, AD is this. Part A, find the coordinates of point D. Let me draw the parallelogram to make it understanding easy. Okay, it should be parallel. So this is the parallelogram, we can say, with the sides A, B, B to C, C to D, and D to A. Point A we have given, point B we have given, right? We have AD. Number A, find the coordinates of point D. So AD is basically D minus A. A to D, D minus A. So we have to solve for D, shifting the A on the side. AD plus A, this would be D. So every time in vectors you have to the product of the two. So this is basically the second minus the first, because most of the students get confused why I'm subtracting and why second and first, why not first and second. I have received so many comments on that. So in vectors, whenever we are dealing, so we can say, let's say the vector AB is basically OB minus OA. This is just for the understanding, right? Not the part of the question. So the second minus first, AD we have given is minus 1 and minus 6. Plus point A is given minus 3 and 7. So what is the point D? Which is minus 1 minus 3 and minus 6 plus 7. This is negative 4 and 1. This is the point D. Okay, now part B, find the magnitude of AD. So the magnitude of AD is square root of the x component square plus the y component square. And that should be 1 and 36, which is square root of 37. Root 37 is 6.083, rounding. Now part C, find AC. So for this part we have to use the properties of parallelogram. So let me write down the coordinates first. So A is minus 3 and 7, B is 2, 5, and D is minus 4 and 1, right? Okay, so I drew the parallelogram separately. Minus 3, 7, 2, 5. We don't know the C. Let's say x, y are the components for C and D, which is minus 4 and 1. So if you know the three coordinates, the three vertices of the parallelogram, you can easily find out the third vertex, the fourth one. Okay, so let's say this is my diagonal 1, D1, and this is my diagonal 2, D2, right? So according to the property of parallelogram, sum of x component of diagonal 1 is equals to the sum of x component of diagonal 2. Same for the y as well. According to the property of parallelogram, sum of x coordinates of diagonal 1 is equals to the sum of x coordinates of diagonal 2. Same for y coordinates. Okay, that is the property. So let's do this. Sum of the x coordinate. This is diagonal 1. The x coordinate sum is negative 3 and x. Minus 3 and x. This should be equal to diagonal 2, 2 and minus 4. So what is x? X should be equals to 2 minus 4 and plus 3. This x should be equals to 2 plus 3 is 5 minus 4. So x is equals to 1. Same for the y. The y component coordinates of the diagonal 1 is 7 and y, 7 plus y. And for diagonal 2 is 5 and 1, 5 plus 1. Y would be equals to 5 plus 1 plus 7 minus 7. Y would be equals to 6 minus 7. So y equals to negative 1. So these are the coordinates for C. So the coordinates of C are 1 and minus 1. We have the coordinates of C now. This is 1 and minus 1. Now we can easily find what is AC. Okay, So AC vector is basically C minus A. We have C, which is 1 minus 1, and we have A, which is -3 and 7. So we can say 1 minus minus 3 and minus 1 minus 7. This would be equals to 4 and -8. So AC is 4 minus 8. Now for part D, line L is line that is perpendicular to AB and passes through point D. Find the equation of line L. We have the point D, which is -4 and 1. And what are the points A and B? A point we have given is -3, 7. And the point B we have given is 2, 5. Yes. Okay. The A and the B is given, and we got the D in the first part, the coordinates of D. Okay, so let me find the slope of AB first, which is y2 minus y1, 5 minus 7 over x2 minus x1, 2 minus minus 3. 5 take away 7 is -2, and 2 plus 3 would be 5, so -2 by 5. And the slope of the line that is perpendicular to AB is negative reciprocal. Negative times negative becomes positive, and the reciprocal is 5 by 2. So that equation of line L, we can say this is y equals to mx plus c. So y is equals to m is 5 by 2x plus c. To get the c value, use the points -4 and 1. Y is 1, x is -4, and plus c. So 1 equals to 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 5 is 10, minus 10 plus c. 1 and plus 10, this would be equals to 11, and this is my c. Now plug it back to the equation. So y equals to 5 by 2x plus 11. This is the equation of line L. Question number 8. A, B, C, D is a field. A, B, C, and D. This is a field. A to B is 320 meters. B to C is 250 meters. C to D is 132 meters. And A to D is 365 meters. And the angle BCD, B, C, and D, this is 90 degree. Part A. Ray walks from A to B at an average speed of this much. He walks from A to B at an average speed of this much. We have given the speed and we have given the distance from A to B. Okay. So this is a speed. We know that speed is equals to distance over time. Right? And what the time is? Time is equals to distance over speed. Right. Okay, so we have given the distance and we have given the average speed. The distance and the speed we have given, right? Okay, he then runs from B to C at an average speed of 2.8 meter per second. Calculate Ray's average speed from A to B to C. A to B to C. The average speed we have to calculate. We can say the average speed is equals to the total distance traveled, total distance divided by the total time taken. Speed is distance over time, so the average speed is total distance traveled over total time taken. Total distance A to B to C, this would be 320 meters plus 250 meters over the time should be equals to distance over speed. So what is the time over here? The time over here is, this is the distance and this is the speed. The distance is 320 and the speed is 1.6 meter per second and meters. And the time taken for this is distance 250 meters and the speed is 2.8 meter per second. So we can cancel the meters and the meters. Okay, simplify. We have 320 and 250. This is 570 meters, and in the denominator we have 320 divides 1.6, 200 seconds, and plus 250 divides 2.8. This is 89.29 seconds, we can say, and then add up with 200 is this much seconds, we can say. So this is 570 meters, and the second should be 289.3 seconds. So the answer should be in meter per second, right? 570 divided by answer, this is 1970. 197 meter per second, meter and then second, 197037 meter per second, up to 3 decimal places. Okay, sorry, 1.2 decimal place, 1.97. Now for part B, the bearing of D from A is 243 degrees. D from A, north line of A till this D, this is 243 degrees. All right. Now the question is calculate the bearing of B from A. The bearing of B from A. This angle we have to calculate. Let me use a different color pen. From A, this red one we have to calculate. All right. So here you can see the situation is understandable. You have given the bearing of D from A. This blue one is given. You have to find the bearing of B from A. The red one you have to find. So as you can see, from 243, if you subtract this angle, you will get this bearing, right? So what is that angle? The question is, what is that angle? Okay, so to get this angle, consider this triangle A, B, and D. You have, let's find out all the three sides. Find out one angle by using law of cosine, but the third side you will get by using Pythagoras theorem for this right angle triangle. Let's start working. B, C, and D. So you can say, consider triangle B, C, and D. Pythagoras theorem, BD hypotenuse square equals to 250 square and 132 square, right? According to Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square equals to the sum of the squares of the other two legs of the triangle. Let's do the calculation. 250 square and 132 square. So the square root of answer is this much. So BD is 283, we can say, when we round it, 283 meters. This is 283. Now we have the three sides of this triangle. Let's find out one angle, the front of this angle. Okay, the next step is consider triangle A, B, and D. You have the three sides, find out the angle, right? So this angle we have to find out, its front side is this. So 283 whole square equals to the other two sides at 320 square and 365 square, minus 2 into 320 and 365, and cos of angle A, we can say. This is basically angle A, we can say. Angle A or angle theta, you can say. That angle would be theta. Okay, simplify this. Okay, 283 cube square minus 320 square minus 365 square. This thing divide minus 2 into 320 and 365. This would be equals to cos of theta. Simplify 283 square. 283 minus 320 square minus 365 square minus 155536. The denominator minus 2 times 320 times 365. 233600 equals to cos of theta. Cancel the negative signs. 155536 divides 233600. Okay, so theta would be equals to cos inverse of 0.6658. Okay, so as you can see, this is in 90 degrees. That angle should be in degrees. Okay, my calculator is in radians. Let me convert it into degree mode. Okay, now cos inverse of answer in terms of degrees is 48.3 degrees. We can say theta is 48.3 degrees, right? So now let's find out the bearing. Bearing would be this angle, subtract the theta. 243 degrees minus 48.3 degrees. 243 minus answer 194.7. 194.7 degrees, or we can say bearing of B from A, that would be 195 degrees because it should be in 3 digits. Question number 9, part A. ABD is a triangle. A, B and D. This is a triangle. C is a point on BD. C is the point on B to D. Alright. E is the point on AD. E is the point on AD. AB is parallel. This line, AB. This line is parallel to EC. And C to D and D to E, they are same. Okay. So if we consider this triangle, CDE, two sides are same, their two angles should be same. This should be theta, that should be theta. Alright, find the value of x and the value of y. X is over here, y is over here. So this is pretty simple using the concepts of angles. Okay, so you can see these two lines are parallel. Keep in mind, when two lines are parallel, these two are alternate angles and they are same, right? If this is 54, this is also 54, right? So this angle is 54 degrees. This angle is also 54 degrees. Consider this triangle. Triangle CDE. 54 degrees plus 54 degrees plus y degree is equals to 180 degrees. So y degree is from 180, subtract 54, subtract 54. You will get the angle y. 180 minus 54 minus 54, this is 72 degrees. Angle y is 72 degrees. All right. Y degree is 72. Okay, now let's solve for x. For x, here is x. This is a straight line. A to D this is a straight line, right? For the triangle. X, 280 and 54. They are equal, add up to 180 because angle on a straight line add up to 180. Okay. Consider AD, straight line. So the angle x and the angle 28 and the angle 54. This add up to 180 degrees. So what is x degree? 180, take away 28 and take away 54. Okay, 180 minus 28 minus 54, this is 98 degrees. So that angle x should be 98 degrees. All right. Now for part B, P, Q, R. P, Q and R. This is a triangle. P and R, this P and this R are the points on a circle center O. These two are the points on a circle, on the circumference of a circle with a center O. O is the point on PQ. O is the point on the line PQ. QR, where is QR? Q to R. This is tangent to the circle at point R. Okay. QR is 12 centimeters and the angle RPQ is 35. Calculate the area of the triangle PQR. Okay. Okay, let's use some concepts. RQ is a tangent to the circle at point R, and we know that tangent is always perpendicular to the radius of a circle. So ROR is the radius of a circle. They are perpendicular. This angle is 90 degree. This side is 12. We don't know the radius and we don't know this. So OP is a radius, OR is the radius. OP and OR both are same. So this angle and this angle both are 35 degrees. 35 degrees and 90 degrees. What is this whole angle? 35 plus 90 would be 125. Very good. 125 degrees is that angle. Okay, now for area of a triangle, we need the formula for the area of the triangle. Let me write this down because we have to find the area, which is half AB sine C. AB are basically this side and this side, or this side and this side and the angle between them. This is the angle 35, right? Okay, so we have the two angles of this triangle. We have one side. Let me solve for this side of the triangle. PQR, this triangle I'm considering. Okay, we have to find the side PQ. Okay, law of sine. Let me apply the law of sine over here. Law of sine, PQ, the side PQ, and its front angle is sine of 125 degrees. This would be equals to the side 12 over its front angle is sine 35 degrees. Let me solve for PQ. What is PQ? 12 times sine 125 over sine 35. Okay, in degrees, yes. Sine 125 times by 12 divide sine 35. Is this much? 17.14. PQ is 17.14 centimeters or meter centimeters. We have done with PQ, which is 17.14. Let me solve the area. Area of triangle PQ and R. This is half. The two sides are these two, 12 and 17.14, and sine of this angle. The two sides are 12, 17.14, and sine of 35 degrees. Times this by 12, divided by 2, and times it by sine of 35. 50. Sorry, I used the wrong angle. You can use sine of 35 when you have these two sides, right? So I use these two sides, so this angle I have to use. What is that angle? Sum of all angles of a triangle is 180. So you can say 125 plus 35. From 180 subtract answer. This angle is 20 degrees. So use the angle sine 20 degrees. Sorry for the mistake. Sine 20 times 17.14 times 12 divided by 2. This is 35.2 centimeters square if I round it to 35.2. Question number 10. Bag A contains red balls and green balls. Bag A that contains the red and the green balls. The total number of balls in a bag are X. X are the total number of balls in bag A. Alright. The number of green balls in a bag is 6 more than the number of red balls. Okay, let's say the number of red balls are R, then the number of green balls are 6 plus R, right? Number A, show that the fraction of the balls in bag A that are red is this much. Okay. Okay. Total number of balls are red plus green, right? So the total number of balls are X, right? The red balls, let's say, are R, and the green balls are 6 plus R. And we have to find for the red. Okay. So X should be equals to 6 plus 2R. X minus 6 would be 2R. And X minus 6 divided by 2, this should be red balls, right? The total number of balls in a bag are X, which is the sum of the red balls and the green balls. The red balls are R and the green balls are 6 more than the red balls. So I solved for the red balls. Now we have to show that the fraction of red balls. How can you find out the fraction? So for the fraction, we have to say the red balls divide by the total balls. This is the fraction. The red balls are X minus 6 divided by 2, and whole divide by the total number of balls are X, and that is X minus 6 over 2X. This is proved. Moving to part B. Bag B also contained red balls and green balls. All right. The number of red balls in bag B are X. This is for the red. The number of green balls in bag B are 4 times the number of green balls in bag A. Show that the fraction of balls in bag B that are red is this. Okay, let's do this. Bag B also contains red balls and green balls. We can say bag B is a sum of the red and the green balls. Okay, the number of red ball in bag B is X. Red balls are X. The number of green balls in bag B is 4 times number of green balls in bag A. How many green balls in bag A? 6 plus red. So the green balls in bag A are 6 plus R. And here is the value for R. Plug over here. X plus 4 times 6 plus R is X minus 6 by 2. Simplify this. This is X plus 4 into 2 times 6 is 12 plus X minus 6 divided by 2. And X plus 4 into 6 plus X by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. This is X plus 6 plus X, and we have a product with 2. So X plus 2 times 6 is 12 plus 2X, and this should be 12 plus 3X. These are the balls in the bag B. All right. Show that the fraction of balls in bag B that are red is this. These are the total balls in bag B. Okay, now we have to find the fraction of the balls in bag B that are red. Again, we are working with the fractions. So whenever we have a fraction, what we have to do, we can say the red balls divided by the total balls. How many red balls? The red balls are X. Divides the total balls are this. 3X plus 12. So this is proved. Its fraction is this. Now for part C, Okay, show that. All right, cross multiplication. X minus 6 is product with 3x plus 12 equals to x is product with 2x. Okay, x minus 6 is product times with 3x, and 12 is with x minus 6. This is 2x square. 3x square and 3 times 6 is 18x plus 12x, and 12 times 6, 72, minus 72 minus 2x square equals to 0. 3x square and 2x square would be just x square. These are the two x terms, which are 12 and 18. 12 minus 18 is 6. Negative 6x and negative 72. This is equals to 0. It is proved. Right? Part D, solve by factorization. Find out the factors. All right, so 72 would be the factor. We know that we already did. 12 times 6 is 72, and 6 minus 12 would be negative 6. Break the midterm. X square plus 6x minus 12x minus 72 equals to 0. I broke negative 6 with 6 and minus 12. X is common, x plus 6 is left, negative 12 is common. X and 12 times 6 is 72. The factors are x plus 6 and x minus 12 equals to 0. So the x value is negative 6 and x value is equals to 12. I put both the factors equals to 0. X plus 6 is 0. X is equals to negative 6 and x minus 12 is equals to 0. X is equals to 12 from here. Now for part E, X is the total number of balls in bag A. Use your answer to part D to find the number of green balls in bag A. Okay, moving back to the question, number of green balls. Number of green balls in a bag is 6 more than the number of red balls. Okay, we can say number of green balls in bag A is 6 plus red balls. Right. So the red balls are this much. X minus 6 by 2. So the number of green balls are 6 plus the red balls are x minus 6 by 2. So which x we have to pick? It should be a positive integer because number of balls never be negative. So this is 6 plus 12 minus 6 by 2. 6 plus 6 by 2. 2 times 3 is 6. And 3 plus 6, this would be equals to 9. Question number 11. Mia has 25 shapes. So total number are 25. She used their properties to sort them into a group. The table shows the number of shapes in each group. Triangle, quadrilateral. Line symmetry. 4 triangles have a line symmetry and 9 quadrilateral have line symmetry. No 9 symmetry are 5 triangles and 7 quadrilateral. And the total are 4 plus 5 plus 9 plus 7. The total shapes are 25. Yes. Part A. Mia take one of the triangles. How many out of the total triangles? 4 plus 5. The total triangles are 9. Out of the total 9 triangles, she takes one of the triangles at random, notes its properties, and replaces it. Find the probability that it has line symmetry. How many triangles have line symmetry? 4 have a line symmetry out of the total 9 triangles. That is the probability. Part B. Mia takes one of the 25 shapes at random. The total are 25 now. Notes its property and replaces it. Right? She then takes a second shape at random, notes its properties and replaces it. Okay. Find the probability that both shapes are quadrilateral. So find out the total quadrilaterals first. 9 plus 7, 16 are the total quadrilateral, right? Both shapes are quadrilateral. Mia takes one of the 25 shape at random, notes its properties and replaces it. She then takes another second shape at random, notes its properties and replaces it, right? So both of the shapes are quadrilateral. So 16 are quadrilaterals out of 25 for the first probability when she took the first shape, times when she took the second shape, again she took the quadrilateral. 16 are quadrilateral out of 25. So that would be the probability. Simplify. 16 times 16 is 256 over 25 times 25, 625. All right. Now for part C, Mia takes 3 of the 25 shapes at random without replacement, without putting them back now. And there are 3 of the 25 shapes. All right. Find the probability that one of the shapes is a triangle with line symmetry. Triangle with a line symmetry are 4. All right. So there are 4 triangles out of 25 with a line symmetry out of 25. So she took 3 shapes. The first shape is 4 triangles, triangle with a line symmetry. So there are 4 triangles with a line symmetry out of the total 25. The first one is taken, multiply. The rest of the 2 can be any, right? So 4 is taken. How many are left out of 25? 21 are left. 21 shapes are left, and now in the denominator 1 is already taken, 24 are left. And this one is also taken, now 20 shapes are left, and this is also without replacement, so 23 is left. That would be the property. So there are 3 shapes we can make a 3 combinations. How? The first, she can pick a triangle with a line symmetry, and the rest can be other 2. Or the second option is she can pick the second shape should be a triangle with a line symmetry, and the first and the third is any other shape. Or the third possibility is the first and the second shape she picked are any quadrilaterals or any triangle, but the third she picked would be a triangle with a line symmetry. So there are 3 possibilities. Let me simplify now. 4 times 21 times 20 times 3. This is 5040, and in the denominator we have 25, 24, 23. 13,800. In its simplest form, 5040 divided by answer. This is 42 over 115. That is the probability. So that was the last question of our paper. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.